Alright guys, we are going to learn how to do ceilings now, so let's see how this goes. First thing you need to do, of course, make sure you're in ceiling plan, otherwise this won't work. Okay, we're going to go to architecture, and then ceilings. Okay, this will load the ceiling plan. Nice thing about this is it automatically looks for boundaries. If you cannot find a boundaries, you always can go sketch ceiling, but usually if you can't find a boundary, it means you did something wrong with your wall height, so I'd check that first. This first height needs to be 9 feet tall according to the textbook that I'm reading. We should change this to 9 feet. And you will choose the 2x4. Oops. The 2x4 compound system ceiling, the one that's already previously loaded. So we're just going to dump one right here. And that's done now. There's also, according to the book, there's a 9-foot one right here. Okay. Now, just so you know, there is a way to fix this. If you notice that there's kind of a half one right here, which is usually pretty bad. If you just click move, and you click these, and then you move it over, you'll see here how you can fix that problem so it's actually a nice round number of these. So, this one's pretty symmetrical now on both sides, so that pretty much solves that problem. So, if you would like to fix this, I would highly advise it. It just looks a little bit nicer to have them all lined up against the wall and not just scattered throughout the drawing. Okay. Also, one thing you may want to know, sometimes you have to press tab in order to select all these. So if you ever need to make a change, then that's how you would do that. So, click here, I'm going to go move this guy up to here, and now that's fixed. Okay, so that's how you fix that little problem. Alright, the rest of the ceilings are 8 feet. So we're going to go back to ceilings again. And just change this to 8 feet now. And dump that here, 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 and here. We'll get to these later. Alright. The book does call also for making an adjustment to one of these. Zoom in up. Oh, so what it's asking now is if you press on these, you can change them to a 2x2, which is what it calls for in this one. And also you can rotate ceilings too if you ever want to. All you have to do is just click on one of the little crosshairs here. You click rotate, then you click somewhere, and probably 45 works. And now you have a little bit of a different angle. So I'm just showing you guys just some different stuff. Okay, now we need some drywall. I'm going to do regular ceiling, but right now you can't see it. So, because if you just go to ceilings and you go to the GWB, which is the drywall one, which is the gypsum board, you won't be able to see it. So here's how you fix this problem. You click Edit Type. Okay. Then we're going to click Edit Structure. And there's your gypsum wall board. So I'm going to click on the dot, dot, dot. Which of course will load into the edit screen. Okay, so I don't want to change all the gypsum walls, I just want to make a new one. So at the very bottom here we see it says creates and duplicates materials. I want you to click this and press duplicate, and we're just going to call this cell ceiling. Ceiling, gypsum, GYPS, board. Okay, then we're just going to go to the pattern. Scroll down, there's absolutely a gypsum plaster right here. So if you want to do this official, this is how you would do that. If you're hearing background noise, that's my son playing video games. Right, Ian? Yeah. There we go. Playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That's right. Every 10-year-old needs. Okay. 8 feet tall. Oops, I guess we have to make another change to this also. So let's go back to the edit type. Sorry. Go here. According to the book, we need to adjust the inside structure. So, here's how we do this. I'm going to duplicate this. No, actually, we'll just go with the edit. I need to add in a new one, and this is going to be another metal stud layer. So just go ahead and click this. metal stud layer, metal stud, metal stud, metal stud, metal stud layer, metal stud layer. There it is. Okay. The top one is going to be 3/4 an inch, so you can just go 0.75. And this one needs to be 1/2. 1 space 1/2. So that will fix that. And this is at 5/8 of an inch. So this is what the inside is supposed to look like. Why is it doing this? I don't know, but it is. So press OK. And now we are going to add this into these two rooms out here, which is your bathroom. Okay. We also need to put one right here, but it won't work because it's trying to find these little lines right here. I just want to put it above here. So the easiest way to do this, you might as well dump one right here real quick too, is we're just going to go to a sketch ceiling, and I'm just going to just draw it out. Now I could do this pick lines option here, which would work fine also for these. That's fine if you want to try this out. In fact, that's so much easier. I'll just do this. So the only thing about this is you will do some trimming and extending later on, but it should work out just fine still the same. Alright, so a little trim and extend action here. Don't do this one yet. We'll do that last because we're going to have to do a split. Make sure you trim and extend this here too. Okay. I will need to split this because otherwise it's just going to take them both away. Click, 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 click. Okay. I need one more thing to this, the elevator shaft. Otherwise, you'll have a ceiling through here. If you just grab rectangle and put this above your elevator shaft, this should give you a hole right here. So let's press the check mark button, and now we have a nice little ceiling right there. So, first floor ceilings is done. Good job. Okay, while examining this a little bit further, I did notice one little mistake. If you go to 3D, you'll notice how the ceiling's floating right here, which is not good. So let's raise it up to, so I'll measure 9 feet 6. That won't work. So toy around with this until it hits the bottom of, let's go 10.6. Nope, 10.3. There we go. I'm very much happy with this. Okay. Awesome. The instruction does call for some weird wall thing to put in there. I honestly don't see the point of it, so I'm skipping it. Aren't you glad you're listening to me instead of actually following the book directly? I'm saving you time, hopefully. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to cover this up so we don't see our flooring system in here. This doesn't look really too professional. It sounds like it does. So here's how I fix this problem. We're going to click level 1. Okay, so we're back here again. You're going to click on wall. So we're going back to our basic wall, and you're going to change this to your typical 4 7/8 partition. Okay, set the base constraint to offset at 9 feet 6. That's what the instructions call for, so stick with that. And the top constraint is going to go up to level 2. Okay, so press apply. Hopefully an error doesn't pop up. And then we're going to draw a wall that will be a bulkhead in front of our floors so we don't see it. Okay? Let's see how this looks. Not bad. If you want to adjust it now, let's say you really hate where it sits at, I kind of do. I'm going to adjust the base to 10 feet. I like that a little bit better. Okay, so here we go. And now that's blocked off. So I think it looks a little more appealing than it did prior to that. Okay. At this point, we need to finish up the rest of the ceilings. Unfortunately, the instructions don't go into too many details on what to do with this. So we're just going to put stuff in here. So in this floor, I'm going to put the same type of ceiling in here. So that 2x4. Let's go 9 feet. Got plenty of space. I can go higher if I wanted to, but I'm just going to go 9 feet. Dump this and dump that. Okay? And then I'll put the same ones in here too, just so it's done. Because I hate to have it just not complete. Ceiling again. We'll go all drywall here in the middle. I think I ended up at 10 feet 3 inches. So I'm just going to dump all this in here. Oops, I didn't want to do all that. So I'm just going to go bam, bam, and bam. Let's do that twice, it's not a big deal. As for this part right here, let's make your life easy. If I press Control and select these, then actually, if you go to the corner right here and press Tab and wait for the walls to be selected, you should be able to select the ceiling, and I did. Looks like I deselected that, so I'll just press on my Control button to select these. And then I will do a copy, since all these are the same, and then I'll copy to select levels. I'll go 2 and 3. And once that gets done pasting, I'm good. I'll double check it out. That's done. And that's done too. Okay? Whoa, this spread out to the entire thing. I'm going to erase that. I'm not sure how that happened. Okay. Actually, this top one could be a little bit different. So, oh, I know how that happened. I was in the wrong level. Okay, these look a little bit different whenever you're up here, all because of the cut line. These are pretty much the same as downstairs, but I'm going to go ahead and just put some new ceilings up here. I really don't care what kind you put, just dump some in here. 2x4, I'm going to go 9 feet, and go ahead and just dump these in here like this. Next section is on lighting, so we'll get there here in a minute. Okay, so my ceiling's now done. I'm sitting good here. So that part is finished. I'll stop here. Next one is exercise 6-3, which is placing fixtures. Later.